Hello, my subscribers. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I live streamed. Um, One of my only days off this week. So, oh no. Hold up. Before I get copyrighted, I need to talk really, really loud over this music because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Um, License. No, no, no. There we go. So yeah. Uh, Probably just gonna turn the music off on this in general. Um, Life's been good. Life's been awesome. Um, been very busy. Not entirely sure if anyone's been keeping up with my videos. I like to be optimistic and say yes, they are. But overall, life has been very lifey, and overall, I guess things are going good, I suppose. Uh, I got Comic Con coming up. If you haven't seen the latest video that was released today, definitely doing some hype. Just got a confirmation for a interview with Chris Score and Alan Ng from Film Threat, and definitely going to be covering some panels this year. One of them is a panel for independent films and how to survive in independent films when it comes to making independent films. Hello, watcher, for watching, tuning in. I highly appreciate it. If it's who I think it is, thank you. Your view is greatly appreciated. Just pretty much talking about Comic Con right now and how I'm getting things ready for Comic Con. Just got on confirmation. I just gonna repeat myself again. Interviewing Chris Score and Alan Ng from Film Threat again this year. Should be awesome. When it comes to other notable people, that's still up in the air. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to, but your boy's gonna try and make an effort this year to interview more industry people. I don't know if Amy Jo Johnson's gonna be one of them, but nonetheless, yeah, definitely gonna try. Sorry for the quality of the webcam. It's kind of buggy right now. Trying to figure out the lighting currently, but I'm also not really trying to figure out the lighting because, as you can see, I think the only thing that is important right now is the mug. But yeah, definitely been doing some heavy grinding on Fortnite since the last time I was on here. Got your boy Beast Boy, kind of did like a soul spiritual thing with Beast Boy. You know, it's pretty cool. And some really sick ass heist characters because your boy likes a good heist. And these are the current battle pass for the OG battle pass characters. These two, and I believe this dude and this chick. But yeah, these two characters are also part of the heist. Um, Cluster, Doug Boy, being all swagged out and shit. Yeah, as you can see, your boy's been definitely busy. It's been a while since I've been on here to actually do some grinding. Definitely trying to complete the main battle pass. As you can see, I'm at level 56 and trying to get John Wick, which would be pretty dope. But I mean, if I can get this chick who's just wearing a freaking bra, that'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, let's do this shit. I got John Wick's dog, which is kind of cool. That's like a mission that you are able to do when you buy a battle pass. But overall, yeah, Comic Con this year should be pretty fun. Um, exclusives. There's definitely a couple exclusives that I'm interested in getting. I believe Mondo Media is selling a pretty cool vinyl figure of Hedorah, the sludge monster from Godzilla. And it's all like neon freaking colors. Um, and then there's other things I'm genuinely interested about. I don't think I'm gonna be buying any prints this year, just because like my room is littered with prints that I've ordered online and gotten from previous conventions, and it's gotten to a point where I've treated a lot of these prints as museum pieces, I guess you can say, where every now and then I'll swap them out for a different art piece. But yeah, no prints this year. Definitely gonna be hitting up J-List booth this year when it comes to buying some degenerate merchandise, because your boy is a bit of a degenerate. And checking out the anime DVDs. I'm definitely in the market to look for some pretty good quality anime DVDs. I know there's this one book that shows up every year that has a unholy amount of DVDs and Blu-rays. I was very grateful and lucky to find a Outlaw Star complete disc collection on Blu-ray of the entire season. I haven't even finished it yet. I've only watched like the first disc. I've been caught up on other stuff. ReZero is one of those things that I've been kind of very invested into. I just recently finished that series, and oh my god, this season that recently got released was intense. Like, the amount of dread that I felt for Subaru Nasuke was very much there, and yeah, it's a good season for sure, but it definitely leaves it open for sure to as to what could happen next with him and Amelia. And how it's almost like very relatable, I guess you can say, when it comes to current circumstances and situations in my life, and how every time Subaru Nasuke dies, he wakes up at a last checkpoint and he tries to figure out where the hell things went wrong. And yeah, that whole, I guess you can say metaphorically speaking, waking up at a checkpoint and realizing, like, oh shit, I've already gone through this kind of thing, like, where the fuck did I fuck up on? It's very apparent at the moment, I suppose. Especially when it comes to my recently new employment and how it feels very similar to my past employment, and when it comes to current situations. But yeah, overall, it's things are, I guess, pretty good, to say the least, when it comes to my personal life, I suppose. Definitely interested in checking out some other panels when it comes to Comic-Con this year. Nothing that I actually talked about in my last video that I'm genuinely interested about. I pretty much had Gemini, Google's AI, help curate a video script for me to talk about the latest and most, I guess, popular trending discussion topics when it comes to the panels for this year at Comic-Con, and fed it a bunch of links, and Gemini thought it'd just be a good idea to talk about those, whether it be freaking Twilight and K-pop demon, not K-pop demon hunters, but just K-pop bullshit in general, to Kevin Feige being Kevin Feige doing his typical generic bullshit that he does every year at Comic-Con, where he's like, oh, something Disney Marvel, quickly go into this shit to some shit that I don't really care about, which was the whole Big Bang Theory, which I have a feeling no one really asked for. But nonetheless, I'm definitely still keeping tabs as to what is going on panel-wise. There is that Studio Ghibli panel that I'm kind of slightly interested in. I mean, granted, I do enjoy a good, Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki movie from time to time. But overall, I'm rather picky. I haven't really watched too many of them. Gotcha! What's up, homie? I don't know. I mean, I think still to this the spirit of a way. Like I said, separating the artist from the art. Miyazaki is an insufferable dude. He's very miserable, and I try not to let that affect me when it comes to, I guess, art. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a little hard for me to try to separate that from his art, because the dude is like, don't get me wrong, like, as much as like there's certain things I do agree with him, like when it comes to like AI being a plague on society and stuff like that, there's also other things I don't really care for. And me being someone who uses AI to help with myself when it comes to post-production and stuff like that, I kind of have a bit of a bone to pick with. But nonetheless, Spirit Away is one of my favorite animes that he produced. My Neighbor Totoro is another one. But yeah, I guess that's like the only real panel that I'm kind of like somewhat interested, have some kind of curiosity in. I haven't really looked too deep into other panels other than, whatever I'm coming up on. And shout out to San Diego's Comic-Con unofficial blog. Really good source of information when it comes to Comic-Con every year. I get a lot of my news from that website every year when it comes to like, what's the latest thing going on. When it comes to exclusives, panels, news, general discussion, stuff like that. This map is moving rather quick. It's kind of curious. Very interesting, I guess. I'm dead. I tried. Came in 22nd place. Got taken out by a pink hair baddie. And at least I got some levels in. Close to 60. Close. I guess I'm gonna try to get to level 60 today. But yeah, went to downtown the other night. Checked things out for a bit. Realized they haven't really done too much in downtown. There's this current convention in town called ESRI, which is like a AI geo mapping convention where apparently a bunch of tech data nerds come into town around this time of the year. They were here this time of the year last year. And I suppose a lot of them stuck around for Comic-Con, because I definitely noticed this year this convention is trying to be very similar to Comic-Con, but instead of it being open to the general public, and that it's just like a data tech nerd convention that's exclusive just for themselves. Um, which almost kind of gives me the impression like these are the people who are trying to like replace people with AI. But that's just me kind of being conspiratorial and stuff like that. But nonetheless, yeah, it not much going on right now. I know the Omni, one of the hotels in the Gaslamp area that's right across the street from the convention center, is putting up some big promotional posters for some latest Disney Marvel project. What it is, I don't know. I don't really care because I don't consume anything Disney unless it's like old school Disney. When it was actually have some substance and quality to it, other than it generic slop that we get nowadays, where it's just like dangling the keys for the fanboys and fangirls of whatever superhero that they're ducking. And they also have a Pop Funko promotional poster going up on the Omni. There's a condo that every year near Echo Park, which is the Padre Stadium, gets covered in a giant promotional banner. This year it's the Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is rather. I'm assuming it's a new show, a new cartoon. That's what it is. It's not a cartoon. It's an anime. You can try to argue with me when it comes to the general art style that it's an anime. It's not. It was produced here in America. It's a Western production. It's not anime because it's not from Japan, nor does it look anime at all. If you want to argue that, oh, they're using very similar anime tropes and anime expressions, that it's not anime, like, no. And if that's the case, then you could definitely say that it's anime inspired, but it's not an anime. It's, at the end of the day, it's a cartoon trying to be an anime, and to simply say that it's an anime, it's very much the same case of saying that Taco Bell is Mexican food, and we all know Taco Bell is not Mexican food. It's some guy's attempt to try to make Mexican food here in the States, here in the Western country. In reality, it wasn't. I mean, he tried to market Taco Bell in Mexico, and none of the Mexicans wanted it because it wasn't actual authentic Mexican food. It was just some Westerner trying to get a cheap buck off of tacos and burritos, while also coming up with like a freaking gordita crunch type of shit. Where it's like you go to a typical traditional Mexican taco shop, you ain't gonna see any of the bullshit you see at Taco Bell there, other than tacos and burritos. But overall, it's a very same argument. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm here to play Fortnite. So, yeah, just tune in, watch, like, and subscribe. Watch me kill people while I get killed by people. And you get to see my vast array of character skins, because I have everything on random. And I've been here since the Simpsons collaboration, which was a rather interesting time. I would say it was fun, but I guess you could say the only reason why I got into this game was because of the Simpsons, but also motivation because I did it for Nanuki. So, yeah. Let's get this damn thing on. That's how we do it, boy. A little bit of a hit and run and a double tap to make sure they stay down. Oh, I already got you. You're rare though. Guess when you can say when it comes to movies, I haven't really been to movie theaters recently. I would like to go. Just isn't really anything, I guess, interesting at the moment. I mean, I guess there's like one movie that I'm kind of slightly intrigued by. Get out of here, son. Give me that shit. I'm gonna do what you were trying to do and call forth the sprite, spirit, whatever the hell these things are. Then give me a jigger so I can send them home. Might be handing out some like exclusive things at Comic-Con in relations to Press Them to Start. I do have a poster that I recently made. It's not really a poster, more like a really nice 12 by 18 print. It's currently hanging out in my bedroom, but I'm not too sure if I'm just going to give that to some random bystander. I think I might actually give it to someone that I potentially might interview. To be like, oh hey, you're a content creator. Here, I'm a content creator. Let me give you a piece of my merchandise that's super exclusive. But other than that, no, I don't have too much merchandise at the moment. I was planning on doing some trading cards this year for Comic-Con that kind of just help promote the channel as like an overall thing. But I figure I'd try to just prioritize on catching up, paying bills, and securing my own personal life best before I try to go about with working on it and investing in my channel. I feel as though I did enough investment as it is. Pressing to start. A lot of you actually came here because of that. Did some paid partner or promotional stuff with YouTube to kind of help promote my channel, which helped me gain a lot of subscribers. And for those who will eventually see this later, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate your support. And thank you for being there for my endeavors. I have a lot of gratitude for it. And pretty much just trying to focus on work while I'm trying to figure out this circus that I'm about to partake in when it comes to my own personal life. Okay, you can run away, that's fine. I don't really care. Are you gonna make a U-turn? Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. I will be right back. Yep. Do a little rocket racing. Probably will switch up the whole. It's actually, let's do back runs. Yes, I have a Dodge NASCAR. I guess you can say that's one of the latest things I bought. Completely blued out right now. Oh boy, I'm a blue boy. Yeah, we got Stranger Things. This series I didn't really get that into. Didn't really care too much for it. So yeah, this is all Stranger Things. Okay, don't care. All the weird, stupid dance shit. Okay, it's stuff that I actually wouldn't mind investing into. I like a lot of the original um, characters that they release for Fortnite. They make a lot of really bad, like some good baddies for sure. Like for example, this chick, or yeah, her. It's the one that I got killed by actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, they make a lot of some good baddies for sure. Some of them though you can give a butt to. Definitely gonna try to buy this bundle. Um, this coming paycheck. Kind of a bit of a sucker for. Yeah, this one especially. She got the tan lines. Borderlands, not Badlands, Borderlands. I did play, I think, Borderlands 2 back in the day. It was okay. I didn't finish it because I ended up letting my ex-girlfriend, psycho, crazy, mentally ill best friend borrow it, and she ended up leaving it in Tijuana. But that's for another time if you want to hear that story. Warframe. That's pretty dope. This is a bundle I do want. Samurai Jack. That's freaking OG. We got Miku. This all this stuff leaves today, which is kind of a damn shame. What am I getting? Her for sure. Miku, Chili. like there's like one skin I am waiting to get re-released, and that's the Slurp girl. She's like made out of Slurp. It's kind of have a thing for slime chicks. I already have like I think one of them. She's like green, kind of like a little like devil chick. Give her like a massive freaking trunk. Oh boy, look at that! I got blurred out. Turning into Slurp itself. American Dad. Battle ready. This stuff's pretty cool. This is pretty badass. And she got a butt. Check that out. That's pretty clean. Because of course I need that before I actually try to get anything else. Bun dunk dunk. Alrighty. Let's get the back room started, which is fun fact what we call the storage room at work because it drives everyone mad and we feel like we're gonna die in there because of how claustrophobic and disorganized everything is. Yeah, the back rooms. It's kind of fun, but I don't actually like being in there. It's really annoying. And I really don't want to be a duck boy right now, so bust out Beast Boy. He can turn into things. One day I'll have his physique. When that day will come, probably when I'm able to financially achieve it. Until then, you'll be between a dad bod and slightly skinny. Oh no. Really have to like fix this lighting situation. Let's see. I guess that's good for now, I suppose. Still kind of noisy with the chroma key, but I'm not really trying to put too much effort into this live stream. I only get like double digits whenever I do live streams, so it's whatever. I guess when it comes to like scheduling wise, this is probably gonna be the only day I'll live stream. If I do live stream later in the week, it'll probably be before 12 o'clock, so like in the mornings. That's if I'm really up for it. My current day usually consists of working and then coming home in the evening and not really having the will to want to do anything in the morning, which is why I haven't really been producing much content as of lately. Even though when I got hired, my content was something that they genuinely found intriguing and gets brought up from time to time at work when it comes to the people who hired me, which I thought is kind of intriguing, very interesting. It's like, oh, you're a YouTuber, you make content, you want to work in a kitchen, you're hired. It's like, okay, yay. I love it. And I started working in the kitchen and started off in a rather low tier position, busting my ass off. Within a month, I became a lead. See, kids, if you bust your ass off, kiss a lot of ass, and please everyone, or get to a point where they'll put you in a position to have some authority, I suppose. And yeah, it's been rather a very interesting hey, I'm trying to get that costume or that skin. Spent a lot of time at work. The overtime I can get, I will usually go, even though it might jeopardize my own health when it comes to. Hold up, let me turn it down. When it comes to me just trying to have a life, even when it comes to trying to have some form of freedom, apparently, because everyone in the dish pit that I work with, since I'm not really in the dish pit anymore, all these people call out way more than I do, and I've never called out, so that's saying something. And when these people do call out, I get to get overtime, but it's really funny because when I try to request days off, it's almost like it's pulling teeth, which is really hilarious. It's like, oh, you'll let so-and-so call off because they got out late that night before because they couldn't hang with washing dishes. But when I asked for like 5 days off, and you're already giving me 2 days off. The fact that they're actually, negotiating with me, and I'm hoping actually listening to my concerns. Hopefully things go well, because I know as of recent decisions that they are trying to go with, very concerning, I suppose, to say the least. Very concerning. You got a lot of interesting choices that they're making there when it comes to who they're panicking over, when it comes to who's going to take on the lead porting position when Mark is gone, when M is gone at Comic-Con. Who's going to keep the kitchen afloat? And yeah, I really do hope they are wise when it comes to their choice, even though there's people who are very much capable of being a good substitute for my position while on away for 3 days. But I digress. What do I know? Because apparently complaining about someone who doesn't put things away where they need to be is a pseudo-business when it comes to maintaining this stock when it comes to the kitchen, what the kitchen needs, what their line cooks. At this point, I'm kind of just yapping. Since we are playing in the background, I wouldn't mind getting a little beat by the bathrooms. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Really liked the cinematography. The fact that Kane Pixels was the one who directed it, and that I really enjoyed his work on YouTube was rather awesome. But yeah, overall, Obsession was better. Definitely was like very unexpected when it comes to the overall premises of the movie. How it ended was just completely gut wrenching, and all of it could have been avoided right from the get-go. And I feel as though that's kind of, I don't know, it's a very complicated situation to be in that type of trend dynamic when it comes to having a crush on a coworker, just to find out that is having a rather secretive, your best friend who is to make you your emotions to this crush of yours that they're pretty much fucking behind your back. I've heard some people. I've heard some reviews that this movie is supposed to be like an incel horror, and how like this guy is an incel who ends up making his coworker fall in love with him, but they've also never seen the movie, so I'm assuming they're going off of some like bullshit, like call her daddy type of toxic brain rot bullshit. Me, who've actually seen the movie, it's much more complicated than that. Like I said, it goes into the whole dynamic of the whole friend group alone, and that lack of communication, very much so, lack of communication amongst everyone when it comes to Nikki, pretty much fucking Ian behind everyone's back, and the only one who knew about it was Sarah, because Nikki would tell Sarah, and while at the same time Sarah had a rather huge attraction towards Bear, who was the one who ended up making the wish for Nikki to fall madly in love with him and and there was good chemistry between Sarah and Bear. But the fact that, you know, like, no one really expressed anything, Bear was too, you know, chicken shit to express his emotions, even though, like, you can tell that Bear had some kind of, like, genuine interest in Sarah. And then Nikki goes batshit crazy because Bear wished that Nikki was batshit crazy for him. It's a very interesting movie, to say the least. I really enjoyed it. As I repeat myself, that ending definitely was a punch to the stomach. Was not expecting it. I mean, I kind of was, but actually seeing it play out, it's just like, god damn, you know. It was a very slow-moving car crash, and you couldn't look away when it happened. It was just like, that fucking sucks. Yep. Oh, look at that. Man, Bear, Pig ended up leaving. Or was it Fresh Up? I don't know. All I know is I got a rocket launcher now. And I'm almost close to 60. Should I continue and get XP while this person does all the farming? Probably will. Then I'm gonna call it mine as it is. And when you see me, you'll see me. Rather warm here in my area, so having the PlayStation good or reliable. Fortnite, definitely. Nice getting it started, but I definitely want this currency for sure. I will say this, all the ladies tend to call me Beast Boy. That's for another time though. So till then, let's see. Let's go to the lobby and see what kind of goodies I got. He's thought I've already gotten this. Huh. Weird. Of course I'm gonna get this baddie. But before I start working on her, I would like to uncover this issue. Dope. Alright, so that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me, for whoever joined me and for those watching this later in the future, thank you. You're amazing. You're awesome. Apparently, we have a Batman sprite. Okay, alright. So you see it here. Batman. And a Batman Speedo. That's all I needed to know. Alright, catch you in the next one. Peace.